So this is Charlie. Let's take just a moment to review what goes on in coding.com. I'm already set up in here, but I think I can give you the basics in just a moment. The first thing you would be interested in is taking a look at your bash RC. Remember, you might need to see your hidden files, so you can come over here to describe which files are visible and what things are hidden. This is your configuration over here. And here also maybe toggle invisible files right here on this part of the menu. And then you could bring up your bash RC, and if you need, you can always go full screen if it helps. And then for your bash RC, you're going to need to put in this chunk of code here. These things are referenced in numerous places. I talk about them here, for instance, in the SSH PuTTY, all these types of things which are reachable from your configure over here. Another thing you'll need to do is come over here to the Node.js file, which I showed you in a previous video. Find the npm global. This is Node.js on Elvenware. Find the global area and then come over and grab that script that I showed you that's up here on Elvenware, and just grab the entire script and copy it. And then you would come back over here to coding. You'd come into the terminal, and then you could just paste the script in, okay? I've already done that, so we don't need to do it. The end result of it is that in your home folder, you're going to end up with this npm bin folder, which has a bunch of global tools that you might need. The other thing you wanted to make sure, of course, is that you set up your .ssh. Make sure you got your public keys here. Then you can open up the public key. We'll come out of full screen mode. We'll get rid of some of these guys. We don't need all these bash RCs here now. And then over here, you could come into your .ssh folder, open up the public guy, block copy them, and then come over to, we don't need that. We don't need that. Come over here to Bitbucket, go to manage accounts, go to your SSH keys, add key, and paste it in. So you've got your key in here. Okay. And then coming back to coding.com, another thing you'll find is that you'll need to clone your repository, and that would also be something you would do from here. You move to your repository in Bitbucket. You would choose here, and then you'd choose clone, then you'd grab the entire URL, then you'd come back to this part of the world to here, and you'd to coding.com, and you'd paste in the statement in the correct place wherever you wanted to clone your folder, and you would clone it. I would suggest cloning it maybe into your Git folder, perhaps would be a good one. Okay. Now I happen to have a project here that I cloned into my workspaces, which would be another place for you to clone things. And it's the familiar project that you're used to seeing. And you've got your get number spec, and you've got your, maybe a little easier to see in this situation. Here's the beginning of your get numbers project, and you can edit things in here. You've got full control over this. This is an editor. You can do whatever you need to. It's a good editor. You can get things done in here. And then once you've got your program set up, you would come into that directory. Let's go ahead and go back into full screen mode here. And then we'll go into workspaces. We'll go into the location where I have my project workspaces, prog 272, and then into week02 get numbers. And now we've got everything. You would do an npm install, which I've already done here. And then you can go grunt karma, and there's your output, and you're ready to go. So now you can just start editing your code and running your tests down here. And you can do karma start. You can do everything you need here. That's all I wanted to show you. Thanks so much. Have a good time with this. Bye now.